Okay, I'm back with my girls, Georgia and Ila. We went to an amazing concert right before we got COVID in Vegas. It was a Bruno Mars concert and it was fantastic. And it was an awesome girls trip with the 4 camper moms, me, Sandy, Kathy, Lynn, and the 6 camper girls, Georgia, Ila, Kylie, Lily, and Sydney. Yes, there are 2 Lilies. We call one of them Lou. So as not to confuse, but we had so much fun. The Nomad Hotel hooked us up with amazing suite, and we had some rooms there. And the Park MGM Hotel, the promoters there hooked us up with some great tickets to Bruno Mars. And Bert performed there earlier in the year, and they were so very generous. And we had the best time. We also ate at Best Friend Restaurant, Roy Choi's restaurant, who is a personal friend of ours, has been for a long time. He's such a lovely human being. And we just had such a great time. So I thought it would be a fun podcast episode to talk with George and Ila about our fun time. I think I'm also going to podcast with Sandy, Kathy, and Lynn and talk about our good time, because we definitely had some mom good times that were not to be shared on this podcast episode. But anyway, it was really fun. If you haven't already picked up your pair of the Mechanics, I've got them on. They're right here. I love them. They're my Free Waters Mechanics. They are, I think they're wool, but they're soft here. They're warm here. They have a sole on the bottom. You can go to freewaters.com and pick up a pair. Valentine's Day is coming. It's not a bad present. I love mine. I wear them in the yard. I sometimes wear them to the grocery store because I've forgotten to take them off because they're so comfortable. I don't realize I have them on. So if you haven't picked up your pair, the Machine for men are navy and the Mechanic for women are gray. So please pick up a pair if you're interested. I just love mine. So without further ado, I guess me and Ila and Georgia talk about the amazing, the fantastic, the super sexy, the insanely talented Bruno Mars.
In religion, our teacher, she's like really big on discovering other religions and understanding how like people in the past were impactful to how we are today.
Impactful?
Yeah. What did I say?
Impactual?
Okay, that's not a word.
Well, it's a new word. Brand new word.
It's a new word.
I'm so impactual.
Oh, yeah. So she's really big on that. So she's shown us like a lot of the Brown versus Board of Education and like, and it's also like correlates to what we're learning in history.
Well, Brown versus Board of Education was not a religious.
No, I know, but she incorporates that into her lessons of like,
oh, I see,
how you should act as a human, because yeah. So she's really big on that. And because we're having a long weekend this weekend, she wanted to show us the whole speech Martin Luther King Jr. did. And she had it on a video called like Things You Didn't Know About Famous Things in History. So apparently Martin Luther King Jr. went last in all the speeches on, it was like a march that they were at. But there were like 17 or 18 people that were speaking, like Rosa Parks and like a bunch of people like that. And he went last because no one wanted to go last, because they knew that the last speaker wouldn't get as much press attention as the first speaker, because everyone was like bored and whatever. Or not bored, but like
70's a lot of speakers.
70's a lot. So his speech was supposed to be last, and it was only supposed to be 4 minutes long. And I didn't know that. I didn't know he was last. I thought he was the only one speaking. I didn't know that there were so many people. And I didn't know that his speech was only supposed to be 4 minutes. And then I think it's more well known that like he went to go speak, and like one of the previous speakers said like, tell them about your dream. And I listened to his whole speech, and I like, they've never shown us his whole speech in school. They just talk about how impactful, Jesus, and how impactful it is. But they've never like actually played the whole speech. So she played the speech on like the screen in class, and she had us read it along with him saying it, so you could like hear how he's saying it, but also read the words. And it's like, it's a really good speech.
Yeah. Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
I cannot watch it without crying.
I got the chills a lot, and I don't know. It's really weird how words can affect you in like because there's so much with like context and who's saying it and how they're saying it and what life they led before and what life you led before and how like different parts of the speech impact you differently than it impacts someone else. So she had us at the end of the speech read it to ourselves and then choose a line that was important to us and explain why it was important.
That's a cool exercise.
Mm-hmm.
What was your line?
My line was, it was something. Oh, here comes Ila.
Entrevue. I do.
Ooh, I do.
I like your pants a lot. They fit you great.
Oh, those are cute.
They're really cute.
Little
I thought you said they were too long or something. Not really. They kind of look great. Georgia.
No.
Well, you have to get on the mic, Goofy. Is he not in here?
He's in the other room.
He's in the other room. Where have you been?
Okay, I'm going to look up my part because I forgot what it is word for word. But here, Mom, explain while
I will. So she was telling me that in her religion class today, her religion teacher made them watch the Martin Luther King Jr. I Have a Dream speech.
We didn't watch that.
What did you watch?
We watched people talk about the civil rights movement.
People who?
Like people that were there.
That were in the civil rights movement?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people that were activists.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember that moth story we heard? That's my panther.
Yeah, I do.
Bring the mic a little closer to your mouth. Maybe not that close. Remember that moth story we heard about?
Yeah, I remember that.
Wasn't that a powerful story? I wish I remembered the name of it. The moth.
The guy that was talking about how his family was really racist, and then how he after that joined the civil rights movement.
That's right. He was a white man who was raised in Alabama, and his family were all Ku Klux Klan members, and he just didn't really resonate with that. So he decided to join the civil rights movement.
Mm-hmm.
And remember how who was he in charge of? He was in charge of Marlon Brando. Remember when, was it Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, and Marlon Brando came down to one of the big marches to prevent any more violence from the police department. And he was in charge of Marlon Brando, and he told the story about him.
He was a security guard.
Right, yes.
And he drove him to his hotel.
He did. But he talked more so, what was really impactful about what he was saying was what he witnessed during the civil rights movement. People being hanged, people saw so much violence happening toward Black people while he was volunteering. It was a very moving, very powerful story. I wish I'd remembered the name of it, but it's on The Moth. The Moth is a storytelling series that started out on NPR. I believe it's still on NPR, but it's also a podcast now called The Moth, and I love it. But anyway, Georgia was telling us, and they had to watch the whole speech start to finish. And when the speech was over, her teacher asked everyone in the class to choose one line from the speech and to talk about why that line was important to them and what that meant to them. So what line did you choose?
Okay, I can't find the one that I chose my first choice, but I found my second choice because we had to choose a second choice. And my second choice was, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation that they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I was like,
Powerful, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about that line?
I thought it was really, I really liked that line because I think people back then and now like get way too, it's like a very, not, it's a very popular thought of like people get too caught up in someone's outer appearance that they have like an inability to see inside of a person.
Mm-hmm.
So I just basically said that people get too caught up on what's on the outside to be able to focus on the inside. What?
Your eyelashes look really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Your eyelashes look really
Oh my God,
good.
I'm also having a really good hair day today.
So,
Georgia's
speaking
just
of
good.
the outside, who cares about that character thing you just talked about?
No,
Your eyelashes
I care
look really
about it.
good.
We drew on feet in our class.
You drew on feet.
Oh, yeah.
What does that
Mhm.
mean?
We had a picture of 2 feet,
That's so gross.
and
Why is a picture of 2 feet gross?
I don't know why it
Eyeless
was
feet.
feet. It's just feet. Feet are disgusting.
No, feet aren't disgusting.
Feet are not
Your
disgusting.
Feet are
The feet get you from here to there.
Shut up.
They're
Yeah,
kinda-
in shoes.
They're kind of helpful.
There's
Isla's feet are
Can
small.
ride a bike.
And
Wait,
mighty.
What were you supposed to do on these feet?
Stop, Georgia. There are two individual feet.
Yeah.
Not a pair.
One pair of feet, but not a pair, not a matched set.
Yes, a matched set. But
2 different feet?
No, it wasn't 2 different feet. It wasn't 4 feet.
Was it a left and a right?
It wasn't 4 individual feet. It was 2 individual feet.
So 2 sets of feet?
No.
So your feet.
Yes, it was
a left
like
and
this.
a right.
Yeah, there was a left and right.
So that is one pair of feet.
Yeah.
Oh
I didn't know
God.
what the right word was.
Okay, can we change subject?
And
I don't like feet.
we had to write how it affected us and how
what affected you? Feet?
No, the civil rights movement, how it affects us now and what we can do to keep it going. And
makes sense.
Yeah.
What did you write? And
I wrote
how is this relative to feet?
I don't know,
Moving forward?
Yeah, I guess so.
Huh. Interesting.
Or just feet.
I don't know. We did hands. We didn't do feet.
You guys did hands? Why didn't you choose feet?
Because she's
Because she's odd.
And I started, when she said feet, I went, what? No, I said that in class and everyone looked at me. And,
what?
Oh my God.
What?
And they were watching the birth of Jesus Christ in the other room, so it was just moaning.
Wait, what? The birth of Jesus Christ?
No, they show like super weird movies.
Wait, they had cameras back then?
Aww.
Just kidding.
No. In this room, they started showing that, so there was just like severe, like intense moaning from that room coming into our room.
No, I remember watching that and being like absolutely traumatized.
Were you a junior when you watched that?
No, freshman.
No, I was a freshman.
Freshman when you watched the birth of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What kind of video is that?
I don't know, but it's
I
loud.
want to talk about it. That she replaced sex ed with that. She basically, our sex ed class, okay, this is one of the major differences between public school and private school. Public school, we got
I wouldn't say private school.
Religious private school.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Your school.
No, any religious private school.
All of them?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because Isla and I like learned it in middle school, because it was a public school. You had like the sex ed talk of like, this is what happens. Okay, well, I had the sex ed talk of like, this is what happens when ABCD, this is what happens when you get your period. This is what happens when you meet a boy in
fifth grade.
Well, yeah, and it happened again in 7th grade. Or it was supposed to. I don't know.
Well, in 7th grade, we were in a pandemic. You may not have had it because we were at home
in 8th
learning.
grade, I was in pandemic.
No, end of 7th grade.
It was end of 7th. Baby, it was March of 7th grade. No, you're right. No, wait.
No,
you're right.
Yeah, I am right because it was the year I was going to graduate.
It was,
Guys,
right.
I'm always right.
Okay, but anyways, we got a sex ed talk, and no one who went to a religious private school got that talk. And they're supposed to give it to you again in 9th grade. And Miss just basically was like, if you have sex, you will die.
What? She did not
yes,
say
she did.
that.
Yes, she did.
Before marriage,
yes, she did. She said, if you have sex before marriage with any other person you do not want to marry, you will die.
You will die. She said you will die.
Yes, she
did.
What
happens? Your vagina explodes.
She also said,
what?
If you have an abortion, God will never forgive you and you will die. And I was like,
and did someone say everybody's got to die sometime?
No, I said, can
May
I get
as well
baptized?
go out having a good time.
No, this is what I asked. I said, what if, like, okay, I did not understand what she was talking about. And I was asking, I was like, okay, but what happens if you don't die? And she was like, don't ask stupid questions.
Oh my God.
I was like,
I don't know if we can talk trash about, we may need to take her name out, Halston. But we'll just call her your religious teacher.
My religious teacher.
In 9th grade. Or your freshman religious teacher.
Well,
that's disturbing. So do we need to have the sex talk now?
No.
So the vagina.
No. Mom, stop.
There's a penis and a vagina.
Uncomfortable.
Isla, how uncomfortable was our Girl Scout meeting?
Why?
You were there, Georgia.
When?
Well, that's right. You were there. We were talking about yeast infections and stuff.
Oh my God.
And I said I had a UTI one time.
That was so unwarranted. I was like, what is going on?
You should have seen some of the faces because you guys were all looking at me and Kathy and Kirsten. Kathy, Kirsten, and I are going to podcast about that meeting. We're not going to name any names, but it was one of the best. It was one of my favorite meetings.
That was disturbing. Why
was it disturbing?
Because it's just weird. It was
But
really
aren't you glad
weird.
you know all that stuff now?
I already knew
you
it.
already kind of told
You
us
knew
all
what a
of
yeast
that.
infection was?
Yes. Mom, I had a UTI. I know what a yeast infection is.
Those are not the same thing.
I'm also friends with a lot of girls. I know what
A
yeast
urinary
infection is.
tract infection is a UTI. A
yeast
yeast infection
infection.
is not a UTI. Okay, so
No.
there's
no.
3 holes
Oh.
in your nether regions.
No, please don't talk about this right
There's
now.
the
Mom, we
urethra.
already
talk
knew
Bruno
about the
Mars. Talk about
pretzel.
Bruno Mars, please. I don't
There's
want
the
to talk about this.
urethra,
I'm so tired. I don't want to
the
talk to you.
vagina,
Stop.
and the booty hole.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, I like the booty hole.
Please, anything else?
Well, I think it's really great you guys talked about Martin Luther King Jr. I think that's great. I think
Same.
what you said about words is something I have always believed. That's why I started collecting other people's words when I was 26 years old.
I always think your
and
fists work better.
putting them in my Bible is because I wanted to remember powerful words like that. However, I do not have his speech in my book because it doesn't speak to me about what that book means. But that is one of, I have a dream, and he has another speech. I can never remember the name of it. Makes me cry every time I hear it.
Then you should put that in.
Yeah, but the book isn't about that. It isn't about something that makes me cry. It's about something that keeps me on my path. And I don't know, that doesn't resonate with me for that.
Have you read it on here?
Have I read what on here?
Read your book on here?
No. My Bible?
What?
Yeah. Or is it this private little Leanne thing that I
No.
will read when you are at your funeral?
Stop
No,
bringing up
it's
this
not-
conversation, Isla,
It's
of
not
like
private. No.
Isla does this thing every day. There's at least one point in every day where she goes, "When you die, can I have that? When you die, can I do this?
No, I just was certain
Say,
things.
when you die, can I have these cups?
No,
when you
those
die,
cups
can I
are-
braid your hair?
No, not
when
in the
you die, can I
casket.
pick out the outfit you wear?
Oh.
When you die, can I pick your nose? Just asking.
When you die, can I pick
Asking
your
for a
nails?
friend.
Stop.
Asking for a friend.
Ooh, what friend?
I don't know, maybe.
goodness.
I don't know. So anyway, I thought we had a very amazing experience, and I thought that it was really cool that we should talk about it. But I actually much prefer to talk about UTIs with you
No,
guys.
please no.
No.
Seriously,
Why?
I'm
No.
so tired. I can't talk about a UTI.
You're not tired.
But it's a
Woke up at
burning topic. Get it?
4:45.
It's a burning.
So we went to
topic.
Las Vegas. I'm serious. I do not want to talk about this at all.
It's on fire. The topic.
I don't
Oh my
care.
god, really? Wait,
I
does
don't
it
care.
actually feel like it's on fire?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm gonna.
Wait, a
leave.
UTI or a
Yes.
or a
Yeast infection.
yeast infection?
No.
What does a yeast infection feel like?
It's
then?
very itchy. Very itchy.
Do you think dogs have that when they
Yeah,
lick?
dogs totally get yeast infections. Yeah.
Do you think
dogs
Izzy
can get
has it?
yeast infections in their ears too because it's just moisture. It's a
Why?
fungus and moisture. Yeah. It's
Can we get it in our ears?
I don't think so because our ears are open, but like dogs' ears flop
What
kind
if
of
you have hair
closed.
over your ears?
I think ear hair blows in the breeze a little bit.
You're actually.
You'd have to have some pretty thick ear hair. Moisture.
Stop.
You are so funny. Okay, so before we go to Bruno Mars,
We've already went.
my episode before we go to that topic on
Oh,
this
okay, yeah,
episode, literal 9,000. So I wanted to talk briefly, Yanni McYawn,
I'm sorry.
about COVID because my topic last week
Is that
was
I'm
that
immune.
I had COVID, and you were positive at the time that I was.
Just gonna out me for being positive. for
Well, I did
COVID.
it last week, so it's already
Yeah.
out.
I know.
But and then we have old Negator over here.
Old immune, old amazing.
I think it's because you ate a lot of dirt when you were a kid,
And
don't you think?
I used to eat the sand at the beach.
I used
So-
to eat dirt out of the yard. You
I
would
actually
eat
remember that.
grass.
nothing's changed.
You would
I
eat
still
everything.
eat grass.
You eat grass?
I mean, like if
No,
I'm
you
in a
don't
yard
eat grass, ding dong.
and like I pick the grass and I like put it in my mouth and, but like
Chew on it?
yeah,
You're an odd
you a
bird.
horse?
no, but it tastes. It's like weird to see what it tastes like because you assume. but,
Oh my
like, don't.
god.
So then let me ask you a couple questions. What was it like to have COVID in our household?
I don't know what you'd like.
Very stressful.
Why was it stressful?
It was just very stressful.
Why? Were you worried about your own? Because I got it first,
I didn't get it.
and then Georgia got it, and then Dad got it.
I didn't get it.
But everybody's negative now. Everybody's been negative. So we're all in the clear. Lucky for Dad, it happened when he was not working. He was negative New Year's Eve, and he was negative when he left this morning. So he got it he got it like last week. So he was not working. He was lucky enough he didn't have to cancel any shows. He didn't have to quarantine and cancel anything major, which is really great. We just missed our Christmas break a bit, but why was it stressful?
Just I don't
elaborate.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It was just when you had it, like I was stressed that I was gonna get it, and then when I had it, I was just I don't know. I don't really want to explain why it was stressful.
Why? Is it private? It's okay.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like it's something you want to share, that's totally fine. But how was it for you?
It was fine for me. I had no trouble.
You are full of baloney. You were totally stressed out.
I mean, until I knew I was immune.
When I had it, I think you seemed okay and you seemed a little stressed, and Dad was really stressed. When you got it, I felt like you were upset because you got it while we were on a trip and you felt like you had ruined our trip. That was part of what was going on for you. And then when Georgia got it, we were all snow skiing and we were all stuck in one hotel room, but it was a big room that had like 2 bedrooms and it was a condo. It had kitchen and living room and then 2 bedrooms. And when we separated, Georgia and I went and quarantined and you and Dad were together. You were not stressed. You wore a mask for like 2 days straight and you wouldn't get near anybody at all. So I think now that you're on the other side of it, you feel like it was no big deal.
Even been over it. I'm just immune. I'm amazing.
No, she's saying like now that everyone's negative, you think it's no big deal.
Yeah. But in the moment, I could see that you were very worried and stressed out.
In the moment, yeah, but like.
So now that you've been through it, Georgia, what do you think about what you experienced for COVID? Because there's so many different experiences. There are people who have hospitalized, people who've died. There's people like we have a friend who never had a single symptom but tested positive for 5 days straight. So what did you think about it?
It was honestly like it was kind of exactly how I expected it to be because of how like hyped up it was. Not hyped as in like, oh, this is awesome. Like hyped up as in like, oh, this is pretty bad. I didn't lose my taste or smell though. I was worried about that the first day. I was like, oh my God, what if I never get to taste anything again? Because I know someone who got COVID in the beginning of the pandemic, like very beginning, and like still doesn't have their sense of taste and smell back. And it's fully been like 2 years.
Didn't the singer get that?
Huh?
Yeah. Very good memory. Michael Hutchins, who was the lead singer of NXS, was kind of attacked in Germany, and when he fell, he hit his head, and it damaged his brain in the place that regulates smell and taste, and he could no longer smell or taste.
And then
he kind of spiraled after that. I mean, I can't imagine never being able to smell or taste anything again ever. I mean, there's so many positive feelings that are invoked just from a smell. Think about smelling a flower, the smell of your dog, smell of your room, the smell of your mom, all those things you maybe don't even know that you smell. But what if nothing ever smelled like anything? No ocean breeze smell.
What would nothing smell like?
No smell of the forest.
But what do you smell right now?
I smell room.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Good question. I don't really smell anything.
I smell like so much.
I smell my lotion, which is lavender.
Oh, fancy.
Ooh la la.
I smell the wallpaper.
You smell the wallpaper? That might be your imagination.
No, the wallpaper and walls have very specific scent.
So now that you're through it, do you, because this is the way it's happening for me. Like I got up today and I was like, I am ridiculously tired. Like I don't want to do anything at all. And of course I took Ila to school, took Izzy to the vet, and worked out really hard and made myself go through the day. But what I really wanted to do physically was just go to bed. But mentally, I was like, I've got too much to do. I'm going to lay in bed again. I laid in bed for my own quarantine. I laid in bed for your quarantine with you. Mm-hmm. And then I've been doing nothing but laying around. I feel like I don't want to feel like that. But today I feel really, really tired. And I still I'm not really congested, but my voice isn't totally back, which means I still have congestion around my vocal cords because my voice is still a little bit congested. How do you feel with your congestion or your level of energy? I know you've been going to lacrosse really early in the morning.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm tired. I got super tired, but like as soon as I started testing negative, I stopped being like that kind of tired. And I was just like regular tired of like, I'm waking up at 4:45 in the morning and playing a sport. So, yeah. But otherwise I feel fine right now. When I was sick though, like it was kind of funny because some of my friends like got sick at the same time, mm-hmm. and they had like the exact same symptoms. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to my friends and like they would text me and check in on me, and then I would text them and check in on them, and their responses would be like, oh,
sorry.
Their responses would be like identical to how I was feeling. Oh, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, I would not want to relive it. No. I think it messed with my appetite, honestly, because it's a bunch of people keep saying that.
Oh, I tell you this. It messed with my tummy. I have had consistently since I got sick, which I tested positive on December 26th. I have had sorry, not very ladylike, but diarrhea? I have had a lot of gas. Oh. I have been like farty McFart. And every time I go to the bathroom, I poop. Every single time. And it's not like diarrhea, but it's not really not diarrhea. Every single time. Like if I pee, I am pooping. Mm-hmm. Every time. And that's definitely post-COVID. So I've been taking probiotics and trying to kind of get my stomach regulated again. But I wonder if it's some of the same. Mine looks like gas. Yours looks like a loss of appetite. But mm-hmm. at the end of the day, it's something in your bowel mm-hmm. and stomach intestines. Because I know some people got nauseous. Some people had like the stomach flu type symptoms with COVID.
Dad mm-hmm. did, right? With pooping.
Yeah, he did. You're right. Your dad had some of that. And I mean, I didn't really have that, but I definitely didn't have normal. Everything body in that functions. Department was not normal, and it hasn't normalized even still. So I wonder too if the congestion, because I remember congestion like draining in my throat. Well, that goes in your stomach, right? And you digest that. So you're like basically swallowing COVID
really?
and putting it through
your lungs.
Well, no, what you swallow doesn't go into your lungs. Your windpipe and the pipe that your food goes to your stomach are two different holes.
Yeah, but I breathe when I get congested and it goes down my throat. I breathe. So like, is it?
Well, your throat is one hole, and then it kind of separates out, and one goes to the stomach, and one because if your food went in your lungs would become clogged with food. That's how you drown. Is water gets in your lungs and water you drown.
Gets in your stomach.
Water gets in your stomach and you digest it. Water's supposed to go in your stomach, but
how do you drink? Where
do you think water goes when you drink it? You think it goes in your elbow? A third hole. You guys goes in your elbow? Is it like a bladder?
I thought it like
that's why when you choke on water and you like cough, it's because you breathe it in.
It's because it's gone down your windpipe.
It went lungs. Down the wrong pipe.
No, that's why you cough. That's your body's defense to keep it out of the lungs. It coughs it out.
So like when you're underwater,
you're just
consistently exhaling.
You need to watch some Schoolhouse Rock.
I was really good at body.
I'm a machine.
Anatomy?
You're a machine.
No, not anatomy. Where all the organs were. I was super good at that. I got an A in that.
Oh, good.
But like,
wait, if it's not anatomy, then what was it?
Anatomy.
No, it was organ function and organ placement on organ.
You learned that in anatomy.
Maybe I should be a doctor.
Maybe you should.
No.
Hey, did you know that you have two holes, a windpipe and one that goes to your stomach? Can you open up and say, ah? Sounds like a good doctor, right?
Did you actually open up and say, ah?
She did. It was pretty cute.
Jerk. I'm not a jerk.
As you know, which I'm so excited about, wife of the party has graduated into some sponsorships. And I'm so grateful and I'm so excited that my podcast has progressed to this place from some hard work and some dedication from my fans to listen and to share. So thank you so much for listening every week, for sending me your comments, for sharing with your friends that you like my podcast and that they should listen to. And after almost 3 years of podcasting, I finally have some sponsors and I'm super excited to share them with you. I use this sponsor all the time. It's HelloFresh. I am a huge fan of HelloFresh. And here's why. My mom was a very healthy cook. My grandmother was a very Southern cook. Those are the two women I ate with most. I can cook. I can deep fry. I can pan fry. I can make cornbread. I can make peas. I can make collards. I can make green beans. Ask me to make a pasta. I'm kind of lost. I'm not a great cook. So with HelloFresh, I get to cook things A, I've never heard of before. B, I've only seen in a restaurant. C, I would never be brave enough to try to cook myself on my own. I would just never pick up a recipe book and pick like a Szechuan recipe. Well, HelloFresh makes that so easy for you because they send you all pre-portioned ingredients. They send you easy to follow instructions. Everything, again, is pre-portioned. Everything is obviously fresh. I mean, some of the things I cook, I can see Bert looking over my shoulder like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. But with HelloFresh, he never doubts it because everything is really, really good. But then I don't have to shop. I don't have to plan. We have 3 meals a week from HelloFresh. So that's 3 nights. I don't have to plan dinner. I just go to the fridge, open it up, pull out the ingredients and the recipe card and get to work. They offer 50 menu and market items to choose from every week, including veggie, calorie smart, family friendly, gourmet options. They provide plenty of variety. They have recipes like hibachi sweet soy bavette, steak and shrimp. They bring restaurant quality meals right to your kitchen. While their white cheddar Wonder Burgers make it easier than ever to skip the takeout. And I'm telling you, everything I've cooked from them is like something I would order in a restaurant and something I would never dare to cook myself because I'm a chicken. I really do use this service / product. I really do use it and I really, really love it. Go to HelloFresh.com/wife16 and use the code wife16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/wife16 and use the code wife16 for 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and it's no big mystery why. Okay, so this COVID leads to where we got COVID. I got COVID at Bruno Mars.
The best concert of my life.
So good.
Wasn't it?
10 out of 10 would recommend.
10 out of 10.
Would recommend.
Okay.
Oh my God. The guy in front of us was grinding on his girlfriend.
Oh, wait. Did we talk to you about the guy in front of us? He was so passionate.
He was.
He was like, he was terrifying to watch.
When they did the Cardi B song, it's like, please me,
baby.
He was just like, with his girlfriend. And
he would like put his leg on top of her chair and then like grind in her face.
Oh my
and
God.
Kylie and Ila would point at her and be like, is she okay?
Ugh.
And she was like having fun, but I think he was like an actual dancer because he was so
Interesting.
coordinated.
He got the moves.
He got the moves.
Yeah.
Moves
he
like
was like,
Jagger.
well, bop, bop, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isla and I were watching him and we were like, he's definitely choreographed this. Like he definitely has to dance to this somewhere.
He's got moves, mad moves.
Yeah.
So Dad performed at the Park MGM back in September. And the promoters there offered your dad tickets to Bruno Mars. And for Bruno Mars's show, Dad had a show the same night in Anaheim. So Dad said, hey, could you get tickets for my daughters and my wife and all the camper women? So 10 of us went. Sandy, Kathy, Lynn, and me. Everybody that listens know who Sandy, Kathy, Lynn, and me are. and all of our daughters. So there were 6 daughters, 4 moms.
In Las Vegas.
We flew to Vegas.
Danger.
Who was on our flight to Vegas?
Oh my God, the Joker.
No,
yeah.
I forgot his name.
Okay, but when you say the Joker, everyone's going to think of Joaquin Phoenix.
Or Heath Ledger, who's dead, so maybe not that.
Yeah.
Or Jack Nicholson. He was also the Joker.
True. Jared Leto.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, he looked like Jesus.
Okay, first of all,
he looked like Jesus Christ.
we flew Southwest. So the adults in the group were like, there's no flipping way that's Jared Leto, however you say his
Leto.
name.
I think.
There's no way. There's no way that's him on a freaking Southwest flight. No way. And then I guess he has a tattoo on his like collarbone area.
Really?
Uh-huh. And
I did research.
and somebody saw it. Who saw it? Kylie saw it
Probably.
and
Kylie.
found it online. And then Sandy saw the tattoo and found it online. So we have confirmed for sure that Jared Leto was on.
You guys snuck a photo of him.
I wasn't trying to take a picture of him.
You were not sneaky at all.
Because it wasn't about him. He sat right in front of 3 of the girls.
Me and Kylie and...
No, Kylie was on my side. You, Lou, and Sydney.
Maybe so.
Me, Lou, and Sydney. Yeah, you're right.
But no, I really just wanted a picture of you guys. And I really genuinely did not think that was Jared Leto. Because it was a freaking Southwest flight. I was like, there's no way. This guy's worth like $40 million or something crazy. There's no way he's flying on Southwest. So I took a picture of the girls and he's in it. And he, he very kind of, he saw that I was taking a picture. He obviously had a mask on and he just kind of bowed his head. And so you can't really tell that it was him. It just looks like a guy in an 80s like tracksuit with long hair.
But it's pretty like, I don't know. He has a pretty like...
The girl he was with was...
Yeah, she was really pretty.
Style.
He wasn't really nice to her, was he? I think that was his assistant or something.
She probably like messed up. And then he's like...
I don't know.
Because
Anyway.
she couldn't get on the flight.
No,
She was having trouble.
No. So Southwest, you can pay a little more money to board first. So, and then if you don't want to pay more money, you just board at the end of the line and you take, because, with Southwest,
you pick
it's first come, first serve seating. So you just pick the seat, whatever seat you want. So people like your dad, when he flies off Southwest, he pays a lot. He pays more money to be able to be one of the first few people on the plane so he can pick his seat. So Jared Leto clearly paid more money to pick his seat and then save the seat next to him for his assistant or whoever she was. But you'd think the guy would splurge and have her board with him, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very weird.
Maybe he was cheap.
No, he's
worth like $40 million. Fly for private or
Doesn't
something,
matter.
man.
Even though
Fly Jet Suite. Jet Suite's is like a shared private. It's like $500 or something.
It wasn't his girlfriend because he's dating someone.
I don't think it was his girlfriend. I think it was his assistant or of some kind of makeup artist or something. I don't know. Anyway, that was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we stayed at the Nomad and they were really generous and very lovely. And they put us up in a huge suite. And I loved that hotel. What did you think about the hotel?
Got so drunk.
I sound drunk?
No, you guys got so drunk.
You guys
actually didn't
lit,
get drunk.
Goofy, crazy.
At least Sandy did.
Well, Sandy did, but I didn't get drunk.
The night we were on the boat.
Oh, I wasn't drunk then.
The boat. Remember the boat with the guy?
gondola?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandy was.
Well, I don't know if Sandy was drunk or not. It was Vegas. We were having a good time.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, Ila.
But let's talk about the hotel. What did you think about that hotel?
It was really nice.
It was really like cool. Like
Wasn't
I didn't
it?
expect
Yeah, it was cool looking.
like Little Italy and like all the stuff up there.
Are you talking about Venice? Are you talking about
Or
the Venetian? Where we went to dinner? I was talking about the hotel we stayed in.
The hotel
The
room.
Nomad that looked like this like old New York apartments.
It was really cool as well.
that
You don't remember?
no
with the cool wallpaper.
In the entrance that had like the curtain thing where you used to change on like the 1800s.
What? What are you talking about?
we ate
A
dinner.
curtain where you had
No,
to change
you
like
know
the
when they-
1800s?
No, you know when the foldable thing that you change behind
A
and you put
screen?
yeah, and then you put your corset on.
Oh, and then you
you're
put
like-
your corset on.
Yeah.
Did you put your corset on in Vegas? Maybe. Oh,
for the concert.
For the concert?
It was behind the concierge desk.
Oh, the screen. Oh, behind the concierge desk. I thought you meant the room. Yeah. So the Nomad is part of the Park MGM Hotel, but it's like a boutique hotel inside the bigger hotel. And we stayed in the Nomad, which was really kind of New York cigar bar, darker wood, old traditional kind of decor. It was really cool. It wasn't very Vegas, like wow, Shazam. It was very kind of chic, right?
Yeah.
Hip
Can I
and
put
chic.
my foot here?
Yeah, you can put your foot there.
She's like, no.
And we went to dinner. The first night we had Italian at the Venetian, and then we had a gondola ride. How was your gondola ride?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did your person sing?
Yeah.
Ours-
She only sang once though.
Oh my God. Ours sang forever.
She I don't know. We talked to her a lot.
yeah.
We had a lot
She's
of
like 30
conversations
and
with
she
her.
looks 20.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. She was way older than I thought she was. I was like,
Interesting.
I see.
And then the second night we went to Roy Choi's restaurant, right?
That was a
Oh,
really cool
King.
restaurant.
I can understand why he's so famous for that.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Wasn't it
And the place
good?
was really cool.
It was so good. I honestly miss him so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. He was always really, really nice.
I don't remember
Yeah.
anyone.
Do
I
you
remember
remember Roy?
him, and I
I don't
remember her
remember him.
mom.
I remember her mom and I remember her and I remember their dollhouse that they used to have.
Yes.
'Cause-
So when I managed apartment buildings, for people listening who don't understand, when I managed apartment buildings, Roy Choi and his wife Jean and their daughter moved in down the hall, and I guess Georgia was probably
Probably.
probably about 4 years old, and Kaylin is the same age. So Jean and I and Georgia Ila and Kaylin would hang out some.
Because Kaylin and I did dance together.
And you guys did dance together. Sophie danced together, and Jean.
Did you guys like plan that?
No. Oh yeah, no. Actually, yes, we did plan it. You were already at Sophie dance, and Jean asked me where you were taking dance class because she wanted to have Kaylin start doing that.
Kaylin and I were oh my God. Kaylin and I were like fully the best people in that class.
And you were always a team,
yep.
and you were adorable.
It was so cute because like she would pair us up, and she would always pair me and Kaylin.
Yeah.
And we would like call it. We were like, if we're not paired this time, I swear I'm gonna hate this dance. Blah blah blah. And then I remember the one I remember like super specifically is we did an Alice in Wonderland dance.
Yes.
And
Welcome to the
we had
tea
to choose
party.
who was going to be the Mad Hatter and who was going to be Alice.
Uh-huh.
And she goes up to me. She goes, you know what? You're blonde. I'm gonna let you have Alice. I was like, thanks. I was like, I would have been okay with Mad Hatter, but honestly, like, it's a more. I don't remember how I worded it, but what I was trying to say was it's like a more hip, like punk artsy outfit.
Mhm.
So I basically said that, and I was like, you know what? You kind of remind me of that aesthetic, and I want you to be more comfortable. So just choose the Mad Hatter if you want. And she was like, okay. And so we
It sounds
chose
like you
that.
would say it.
I what?
It sounds like something you would say at that age.
I know, because I was such a mature child. And then we got our costumes and we tried them on, and we felt so cool. Because I was like, oh my God, I'm totally Alice. And she's like, and I'm totally the Mad Hatter.
It was
and
perfect.
Like,
yeah.
you know how dance classes have like that huge mirror?
Uh-huh.
Like we would stand in front in our costumes and we'd be like, we're so cool.
I remember when Kaka used to do my buns.
She did.
Oh my
Kaka would do
God.
your
I
buns.
hated that place. Oh my
Sophie
God. The
Dance?
outfits hurt.
You just hated the outfits.
They were so fun. I loved Sophie Dance.
I
And-
know you really did love Sophie Dance, and I think Isla really wanted to love Sophie Dance and just didn't.
The
It was
outfits
so
killed me.
fun.
So I
It
couldn't
was
do
the outfits.
I remember
yeah.
when you guys almost ran into a pole there.
What?
Hello.
Yeah, you were backing up in the truck, and I was just so amazing that I warned you before you backed up into it.
Oh my
It was a
God.
telephone pole.
I don't remember this at all.
Wooden telephone.
I remember getting Chick-fil-A and you explaining why you liked Chick-fil-A so much.
After Sophie Dance?
Mhm.
How funny.
I
It was
remember
like
that
a
too.
long time ago.
No,
when
it
you
was
were
where
like-
it was the Chick-fil-A that was closed.
No, it wasn't closed. It was just a Chick-fil-A.
I
Never
don't,
mind.
I don't remember any of this. But I can tell you this. You and Kaylin were really cute friends. You were really good friends, I think, until we moved to the valley, and then it just got too hard to get together. Which stinks and sounds like a really big excuse, and I really hate that we didn't make more of an effort to go over the hill and see them more often. But Jean is one of the nicest, loveliest, generous people, and so is Roy. Although Roy was working so much when you guys were little, I didn't spend as much time with Roy as I did with Jean, but I spent
Jean
quite a lot
was
of
so
time.
fun.
She was so sweet and lovely.
She was so sweet.
I'm sure is still.
I was like, what?
I don't see her
dead.
ever more. I don't see her anymore. But I really like Jean. I have great memories of her. So when we were going to Vegas, Dad called Roy and said, "Hey, the girls are going to Vegas and we're trying to get a reservation in your restaurant, Best Friends, and we can't get a reservation." And he got us a table. He's very sweet.
It was like the best table.
And all their uniforms looked exactly like what he wore when I was a kid. So they
100%.
were like walking around and I was like, oh, like I think it hit me in the middle of dinner. I was like, this is like what he wears.
The world of Roy.
And everyone's wearing it.
And then the DJ was like, we were in the perfect spot because it was really good music, but the DJ where he was so loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like we were like right behind him.
We were around the corner. Yeah. So funny story about Roy. You probably heard this story before, but
I haven't.
We had a bunch of people over one night when we first met Roy. And Roy, if for some weird reason you're listening to this, which I highly doubt, if I get my facts screwed up, forgive me. But I believe when they first moved here, he was an executive chef for Hilton.
Whoa.
So for the Beverly Hills Hilton, which is a really big deal, but it was very corporate. So I don't know that he had a lot of artistic freedom as a chef. And I think he was getting really bored. And so he moved over to another restaurant, I believe called Rock Sugar. And then I don't know that worked out. And I don't remember the circumstances why that didn't work out. But he was sitting in our living room and we were making chili. And Bert had put he'd put jalapenos in the chili instead of green chilies. Green chilies are not hot. Jalapenos are really hot. And he made the chili like inedible. We couldn't even eat it. And he was super embarrassed because Roy's like a chef. But so we were talking to him. We're like, what are you going to do now? Rock Sugar anymore. And he goes, I've been thinking about buying a taco truck. I think I'm going to buy a taco truck and just, have my own restaurant, a taco truck. And he left that night and Bert and I were like, good luck with that one. How are you going to raise a family with a taco truck? I mean, that's the dumbest idea we've ever heard. Mm-hmm. And he's Roy Choi, who created an entire revolution of taco trucks as restaurants. Roy Choi started that revolution and told us about it before he even bought the taco truck in our living room. And we literally were like, I don't get it. Totally don't get it. Not eating out of a taco truck. By the way, we had the Kogi tacos at the Best Friends restaurant. How good were those tacos?
So good.
Oh my God, right?
I was like, oh my God.
And when he was first opened his taco truck, he used to bring us tacos home for dinner. And I was like, this is the best taco I've ever had in my life. It's amazing food. Everything he brought home when he was developing the taco truck was so good. So that's a friendship. I guess Dad got super busy. Roy got super busy. And we just kind of drifted away. And that's a real bummer.
They were so fun, though.
So fun. And
I don't remember
so nice and kind and generous and giving and caring and just the loveliest human beings. They were. So we ate at Roy Choi's restaurant, Best Friends. And then we, which was in our hotel in the Park MGM. Mm-hmm. And then we went to see Bruno.
I had like the weirdest forehead.
What? Oh, you did have a big swollen forehead.
Why?
Unicorn. I think she was turning into a unicorn.
Was your forehead actually swollen?
Yes, it was very swollen.
Why?
I don't know. I had an awful headache though. And I don't know. I bumped my head. Maybe I had a concussion and I'm just worsening and I'm just getting dumber.
No, because when I had a concussion, I had that big like bump right here.
When did you have a concussion?
Do you remember when I ran into a wall in elementary school?
Yes, I do.
I was racing my friend to the bathroom. And I turned around to look for her. And then when I turned back around, there was a wall. And then I knocked unconscious. And I woke up in the office. And I saw Mom. And I was like, what is going on? And they at our school, they didn't give us ice packs. They gave us frozen sponges.
They did, yep.
And frozen paper towels.
Yeah.
And they smelled so bad. They smelled like chemicals. I remember one kid One kid had like a loose tooth, and someone had an old ice pack, and he pulled the sponge out and put it in his mouth. And they had to take him to the doctor because there were like 30 different chemicals in it.
Nasty.
And it was so funny.
That's
Except he got sick, so it wasn't that funny, but it was still funny in my opinion.
It's probably some disinfectant so you don't spread germs. And it so anyway, Bruno Mars.
Can I eat this cookie?
Huh?
Can I eat this cookie or will it be too loud?
No, you can't eat on a microphone. So when Dad sold the tickets and the promoter gave us tickets to Bruno Mars, did you expect him to be
that good? No.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You expected him to be that
Easy.
good? Why?
I didn't.
Because all his songs are like
No. Did you expect the seats to be that good?
Oh.
Like where we were
I thought
sitting.
you said like you meant like him performing. I was like, oh yeah, 100%.
No,
I didn't.
seats.
I didn't expect the seats
I didn't
to
expect
be
them to be
good.
that good.
So we had these seats. We did the 4 moms were in one section and the 6 girls were in another section. And they were seats that had tables and we had a waitress.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something funny. The moms were above the girls, like above and over to the left, right? And the waitress had to come by us from the kitchen to go to you. So a tray would go by and we'd be like, 4 slushies? That's definitely our girls. She'd go down.
They
and
weren't
there you
slushies,
are.
they were mocktails.
They were mocktails? Oh my God.
She came up to us and she was like, you girls look like you could use some mocktails.
Oh
and we were
my
like,
God.
yeah.
She's teaching you how to be in Vegas, huh?
She's so fun.
She was so funny. She was like, we have a limited supply of chocolate covered strawberries if you want some. And we were like, yes.
We saw them on the tray and I went, that's going to the girls. And it did. That was the first thing that went to you guys.
And
then 2 mocktails and then 4 more mocktails and then popcorn. And then like
We didn't get popcorn.
you got something. Maybe it wasn't popcorn,
Okay.
but
We
something
got,
kept going. And we're like, she just keeps going and going back to
No,
our girls
they're
down there.
they were raisinettes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
there were
I got
Raisinets.
Raisinets.
Waters, bucket of water,
Uh-huh.
another bucket of water.
Because we were dancing. Like, no one sat down during the entire concert.
How could you sit down in that
Except
concert?
for one soul.
Uh,
Jesus Christ.
what? Wait,
I'm kidding.
Well-
Anyways, no one sat down.
how could you sit down? There was
have
no
no
way you
idea.
could sit down,
I
right?
have no idea. Like, the guy was so passionately dancing.
You mean in front of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was below us and in front of us, so we got to see the entire thing from a skyward angle.
Oh, you know what? There was actually this couple that was sitting down. It was like, do you remember them? The girl was dressed like super, like you pointed the girl out and you were like, oh, I really like her style.
Yeah.
She was sitting down and her boyfriend was or whoever she was with,
Her date.
yeah, her date was sitting with her, and he would stand up every once in a while, but she never really stood up. And he would watch us like party, and like every time we'd look over at him, he'd be like, "Woo!" and he'd like kind of like cheer us on.
Kylie
Aw.
had the best time.
No,
Kylie had the best
so
time?
much fun.
So, okay, let me ask you this. Do you think she had the best time at the concert? Who had the best time at the concert?
Kylie.
Kylie did.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know.
She's
She
so
just had a
weird.
really, really good time.
She did.
Mhm.
Well, I couldn't really.
She likes live music.
What's not to like about live music?
No, I mean like some people like live music, and then some people like really like live music.
Right.
Like there's a difference. Like some people are like, oh yeah, that was fun, and then some people like are emotionally moved by it. And
Super into it.
yeah, I think Kylie really liked the live
The
music.
earplugs worked wonders.
Awesome.
No,
I'm
I know. I
so
kept
glad.
checking on Isla. I was like, is she gonna pass out?
No, it felt like I was wearing AirPods. Like it felt like a normal, like loud, but like it felt like normal ish.
Manageable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was really cool. What is that wire doing?
I don't know. But well, I'm glad because I was worried about you too because we went to see Queen. We didn't really know that live music that loud would tweak your sensory processing, and I don't think you enjoyed that concert as much as you could have because it was just too overwhelming.
No, I wish I could have seen it with those on
Mhm.
because I would have really liked it.
Yeah,
But I can't remember anything about it.
yeah, you were just overloaded. But
Mhm.
now we know. So now we know we have those are like swimming earplugs. They're not sleeping earplugs. Like the sleeping earplugs are like mushy foam. that you put
I
in.
can wear those to swim.
Yeah, those are for swimming. So
they have them for your nose too. Oh, they do.
Yeah, they do have nose plugs. Yeah,
Can I have nose
they have
plugs
a clip
for swimming?
like that's a hold your nose plug like this.
Oh, does it make your nose skinny?
Yes, it does because it's clipped and it's not comfortable. I had one. I put one on one time. And I thought it was not comfortable, but Bruno Mars played for like 2 hours
straight.
He
didn't take a break.
Nope. Danced. Did change his shirt a couple times.
That's okay.
I mean,
but I didn't know he wrote all those songs. Remember, he was at the piano just going through the songs that he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote A Whole New World.
No, that was a joke.
No, that one was a joke.
It's like he's too young for that.
Yeah, no, that's a joke. But he wrote a ton of songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after the concert, I looked up, a little more about who he is. And he's had the same girlfriend for a very long time. And he writes all these songs for her. And all these songs are about, like, what I like about him is he's a romantic, he's really in love with his girlfriend.
A little 5'4",
and he wants to like make love to her and stuff. And artists these days they're like, slap that ass, twerk that butt, spin on that pole kind of bullshit.
Sandy really liked Bruno Mars.
Sandy
had a crush.
Hysterical.
She was like, he's perfect for me. I'm short. And we were like,
she was like, does he like cougars?
Okay, she was next to me. And all 4 of us up at the top were like boogie fever. We were all dancing our butts off. But Sandy was dancing probably more than anybody. And every once in a while, she'd turn to me and go, he's so hot. He's so hot.
She's so funny.
Wait, didn't she say
funny.
Does he like cougars or something like that? Or milfs?
Does he like Asian MILFs? Yeah. And I told Kylie and Lou, and they go, Mom, why would you say that? And she's like, Georgia, you broke my trust. I said that in the confidence of the moms. And I was like, I was right here. You saw me. And she just very seriously was like, I wonder if he likes Asian MILFs.
I know.
And I was like,
we had a good time. The moms had a good time too. It was really fun to let loose. We've been cooped up, quarantined, trapped. We haven't been able to go do anything. And unfortunately, that weekend is where I got COVID. I'm not saying I got it at that concert. We were in Vegas Friday to Sunday for the concert Saturday night. Who knows where I contracted it between Friday and Sunday. But for sure, I got it somewhere in Vegas.
Probably that line going up the elevator.
Somewhere. I wore a mask every time I stepped out of the room. I only took the mask off to drink and eat like you're supposed to. Did not wear a KN95 mask or of the like. I wore a cloth, double layered cloth mask, and perhaps the mask is why I got it. But I don't know. Those KN95 have such a small face. Those KN95 masks leave big holes around my nose and under my chin. So I feel like air's coming through there. Isn't it better to have a cloth mask where no air comes through? I don't know. Maybe it has nothing to do with anything and I was exposed some other way. But we definitely tried our best to be safe. That's where I got COVID, was in Vegas. It was worth every single headache. It was really
Silly
fun.
Goose.
So, do you have a favorite song that he played?
Yes, the last one.
What was the last one?
The last one where he walked off stage and then it was like stopped and then he came back on.
The encore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Got a condo in Manhattan. That one.
Oh, got a condo in Manhattan.
I just am remembering when the lights flashed and said, June, I got it. That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song's
That's
so
all.
good.
That's your last one. What was yours?
I think that one probably.
All of them
were so good.
I'm so sad that I couldn't take photos.
I know, that was a bummer. I would have loved to.
Honestly, I don't care. I do not care.
I wanted to take photos of you guys at the concert.
Oh.
I wanted a picture of you guys at the concert, and Dad wanted to see where our seats were. And okay, let me ask you this: your dad sold out that same theater. What was that like? Did you think about that while you were in there?
Yeah, of course I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
But
what'd you think about that? No thoughts?
Well, I was just confused.
You were confused?
I was just like confused. I was like, this guy did that? because like I don't know, I live with him. I don't watch any of his stuff.
Yeah.
So I have like no idea, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
So I have no idea I have no idea how, because I don't know what he says, and I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be able to understand it because I know him as my dad. I don't know him as someone who's funny. Like, okay, well, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know him as a comedian. Yeah. So like I can understand it. I can be like, oh, okay, he sold this out, but I'll never be able to like really get why, because I'm never going to watch this comedy and find it as funny as other people will, because I'm too logical. So I'll go, I don't remember it that way. I wonder why he told it that way. When it's still funny, but like I'm logical, so I go like,
you're too close to it.
I'm too close to it, so I'll never be able to like actually fully understand how.
Right. I think you may be able to when you get a little older. I think you may when you're older. What are you gonna say, Ila?
I feel the same, except for like the logical part. I don't know. I just remember. I probably will like tweak my memory so it will be that way too.
Like you have a creative memory, selective memory.
No, I'm just. I could be. I just would probably believe him and thinking that he says it that way.
Oh, I see. You believe what he says as opposed to wait a minute. Is that really what happened?
Yeah, because I'd probably, I don't know.
Well, you know, the way he writes jokes is he takes something that really happens and then he kind of blows it up. And some of it is 100% accurate. And some of it is expounded on and exaggerated and made into something a little bigger than what actually happened.
Yeah, you know? that's why I've always had a hard time like understanding his comedy, because I've always been logical. So like the stuff that he blows up, it's still funny, but like in the back of my mind, I go, yeah, but that didn't completely happen.
Yeah.
Or like that happened kind of.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that. And like, yeah, it's still funny. And yeah, it takes like a lot of talent to make something pretty average into something funny. So I'll just always, I think because it's always been like a part of my life, I'll always see it as something that average that's happened that he's telling on stage, and not like, wow, it's a really funny story. I'll be like, oh, he's telling the time that this happened.
Yeah, totally. It's like growing up with Picasso, who paints beautiful masterpieces all the time. And then you go to, you know, a local art show and you don't see paintings the way someone who's not been exposed to someone who does great art all day, every day, that person would see that local art show very differently because they're not in it.
Oh, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You see what I mean? You're immersed with this personality that is larger than life, but that's just who your dad is. But for most people walking around, they don't have your dad in their life, not really. So it is, I can see that. I think that's a really interesting perspective, because I think sometimes your dad might struggle with you not seeing him the way his fans see him. And you shouldn't see him the way his fans see him. You shouldn't. That's not healthy. You should see him as your dad.
Yeah, I mean, like, because, you know, like a million people have come up to me and been like, oh my God, your dad's so funny. Like, he's just the funniest guy. And I'm just like, he's retelling things that happened in like my life. He's not that funny. Like, I'll say it because like I've always been surrounded by him. So like, I'll never be able to see him as that funny. Or like from right now, I don't think I'll ever be able to see him as that funny, because like I understand what he's doing. Right. So like I understand how he's making.
You lived what he's talking about.
Yeah. And I understand how he saw this side of it and then came to this conclusion and this conclusion and this conclusion, and now it's a joke. Yeah. Because I see him talk to himself and go.
I know, right?
And ghost eat.
And ghost eat.
Ew, no.
He does ghost eat a lot.
It's so creepy.
It's so weird.
It's so creepy. Or he'll just stand over you while you cook and he's like,
oh, I know, right? Oh, he'll just take whatever I'm stirring with out of my hand. And I'll just go, fine. Yes. He will not let me cook.
No, he'll like try and shove me aside. Not like actually like push me, but he'll like move his body in my personal space bubble. And then he'll be like, can I just show you a better way to do this? And I'll be like,
oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, he does that to
I
me
don't
too.
cook, so like I'm really bad at cooking. I'm not good at it.
I'm not a great cook either, but I can cook a Hello Fresh.
I can cook cup of noodle.
I can cook
You
a
can
Hello
make blue
Fresh.
aprons if I'm helping you.
Yeah, I need someone to read the instructions.
What?
Wait, can I say the song that you just sent me on text?
Yeah.
The person I sent it to
said,
I love the white stripes, my fave.
Yeah, I know white stripes are awesome. They're amazing.
She's honored.
Oh, nice.
So, back on track.
Back on Bruno Mars. So the good and the bad about the perks of dad is that now you've been to these 2 concerts. We went to Queen.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be not backstage, but we got to be in a VIP section. We saw Sandra Bullock.
My God. Yeah.
Oh my God.
People
So walking
fun.
around.
That was crazy.
It was like a VIP lounge.
She's exactly how I expected her.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful and she's just like,
and she's relaxed.
She doesn't really care. She's just like, whatever.
She's regular.
Yeah, she's a really regular person.
Yeah.
And I expected her to be exactly that. She was like, "Are you in line with the bathroom?" I was like, "Yeah."
Excuse me. I responded.
Oh, steal your Thunder 9000 over there. Steal your Thunder 9000. Look who's writing jokes and changing the story as the logical what? Who? Bert's daughter what?
Okay, so anyways.
But I said to Bert, they're going to be really disappointed when with their friends, they're going to go, hey, let's go see the White Stripes this weekend at college. And you got to buy a ticket and stand and sit in the cheap seats.
I'm not going to be
everybody
disappointed.
Why would I
right?
be disappointed?
I don't know. I just wonder if you would be like, well, this is what you have to do to go to a concert.
Absolutely not.
Because the only 2 concerts
How
you've ever
stuck
been
up
to,
do you think we are?
I don't think you're stuck up.
Oh my
I just
God.
think you have one perspective, and it is like the best way to go to a concert. That's your perspective. You don't have any other experience of going to a concert. So
I don't.
It's more like when we went to Dolly Parton. That's like where regular people go. I just bought tickets to Dolly Parton and we just went and sat on benches and had a great time. Papa J, remember that?
Yeah. I know.
So fun, right?
Why?
I'm not saying you're pretentious. I'm saying I hope it doesn't I'm saying I hope it doesn't spoil it for you the next time you go to like a regular concert with a group of your friends and it's just kind of like,
I don't think it would spoil.
Okay, good. Well, excuse me for being pretentious. Beg your pardon. It's only
Dolly
concerned. Beg your Dolly pardon.
I want to meet Dolly.
I forgot about Dolly Parton. That was a good concert, right? When she shook her booty while she was playing the saxophone, I almost fell off the bench. Do you remember that?
I barely remember that concert. I only remember bringing our American Girl dolls.
We didn't bring our American Girl dolls.
We did.
It wasn't that long ago.
No, it was.
Dolly Parton?
Yeah.
I don't remember you
wasn't.
You might have brought an American Girl doll. I don't remember that. We'll have to look at the
Whoa,
picture.
I literally took photos of my American Girl
Definitely
doll.
not.
At the Hollywood Bowl?
Yes.
Oh, that's adorable.
Or was that when we went with Carter and Sydney?
That is not when we went with Carter and Sydney. I remember we went to the park with Uncle Ellie. And
we did, you're right.
And then I set my American Girl doll up with like her dog or something in her purse and like took photos of her.
That's adorable.
So I absolutely brought it.
That's adorable. You may be right about that. You may not have brought yours. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up.
It was a while ago. I was like 8.
I don't think you were 8.
No, it might have been about 5 years ago.
I was 9.
5 years ago?
9.
4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm 15. I thought I was 14.
You would have been 10 or 11.
No, I was not 11 when I brought my
Oh, excuse me. We're not 11. Excusez-moi. Talk to the hand with the fake nails on.
Because I pick my face.
Press on.
So overall, Bruno Mars was awesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really glad we got to do that together. I thought it was a really fun girls' trip. And I'm really glad that you guys went and had a good time. Can I tell you?
It was like Montana, kind of.
It was like Montana.
Girls' trip type of
With Lily and Sydney.
With Lily and Sydney and Kathy and Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
We just added 4. I am very glad that the 3 of us can go have a good time. I know that sounds really stupid, but there are a lot of families who don't have such a good time when they're all together, and I'm really glad that we do. And we have a good time with Dad too. I don't mean to say we don't have a good time when Dad's here, but for Bruno Mars, it was a girls' trip. So
Yes.
it was really fun.
He's a twin.
Well, I feel really lucky that we got to do that because I love you guys.
I knew you too.
You're pretty cute.
Oh, thanks. No biggie.
So back to UTIs. Just kidding.
No.
So is there anybody you'd like to see in concert that you never have?
Doja Cat.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yeah.
Doja?
Easy answer.
I literally love
Easy
Doja Cat.
answer.
Easy answer.
Or Adele. Oh, actually, yeah, no, I'm changing.
You know,
mine to
Adele is doing a residency in Vegas. We could go back and go see Adele. She's actually, I think, at that same theater. At the Park
Adele
MGM.
makes me cry.
Okay, Adele
really-
doesn't make me cry.
Me neither.
No,
but I respect her talent.
Her voice
Yeah,
is like
is amazing.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
Doja Cat.
Adele or Doja.
I would see just about anybody live. I love live music. I'm like Kylie.
I love live music.
I love live music. Okay, Doja Cat.
It's a little draining though, because the amount of people there, like the amount of
Mhm.
people, and like, actually, this concert wasn't draining, but the other one was.
Queen?
Yeah.
I think you having sensory processing issues that you were just overloaded. It was your first concert. It was Queen. It was your first indoor concert.
Mhm.
You'd been to see Dolly Parton, but that was the Hollywood Bowl.
And that's
And I think
outdoor.
Outdoor open spaces sound is very different than when you are in. We were at the Forum in an arena, and it's freaking Queen. I mean, like the drums and the guitars are just super intense, and the lights and the pyrotechnics that was going on was really intense.
Mhm.
So, but now that you know what to expect, you can get the swimmer's earplugs. You can kind of prepare yourself. Bring some sunglasses if you need to for the pyrotechnics. Doja Cat, huh?
Oh my God, she's
Yeah.
so good in concert.
Is she? How do you know?
Well,
Videos.
there are like videos of her performing, and like she gets really into her music.
Does she?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
really know
her
her music
outfits
that
are
much.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Queen.
What about like Gwen Stefani or somebody like that? Any interest
Wednesday
in that?
Fanny.
Gwen Stefani?
Oh,
No.
I love your odd.
Doja.
I don't
huh?
know who Gwen Stefani is. What did she say?
How do
You
you
don't
not
know
know
who
who
Gwen
Gwen
Stefani
Stefani
is?
is?
You don't know who Gwen
No,
Stefani
I said,
is?
how do you not know
Oh,
who Gwen
no,
Stefani
what
is?
sing she sings?
She
Zayn Carr
sings-
like obsessed with her.
Who?
Zay.
Zanka.
Gwen Stefani.
She was a lead singer in a band called No Doubt back in the 90s.
No names. I just needed songs.
They were kind of
what
ska
song?
punk. Don't speak. No, just what
Oh,
you
okay,
saying.
okay.
And
I just need a
sorry, I'm
song.
not home right now. I'm walking into Spiderweb.
Oh.
Leave a message and I'll call
yeah,
you
I'd
back.
see her in concert,
That,
I guess.
and I love to wash in your old bath water.
Okay.
Make me feel like I couldn't love another.
no. Okay. No.
I can't help it. You're my kind of man.
Bathwater?
Yeah.
Do you do
Bathwater.
that?
I'm washing your dad's. Would you wash in your dad's
Belle
old bath water?
Delphine's
No.
bathwater.
How?
Did you hear about that?
Huh? What?
There was this like gamer girl who was selling her bathwater.
Oh my God.
and
Are
it
you
was
kidding?
called Belle Delphine's bathwater. And there were people that were like buying it for a lot of money. And there was this video of this guy drinking it. And
Oh
it was
my
so
God.
gross.
What is wrong with people?
They just want money. They'll go to any extent.
I mean, I'd do that.
Bathwater.
I'd do that in a
Okay.
heartbeat.
You
but
sell your bath water?
I wouldn't. Do you think I'd use my bathwater? No, I'd just put like tap water in it.
You don't think she took a video of her scooping out her bath water? and
Doesn't
then
mean
used
she has
what
to
you bought?
sell that one.
Oh, I guess not. No, she was what you call a snake oil salesman. She was selling
She
snake
probably
oil.
sold her actual bathwater. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past her.
People are so weird.
Yeah.
If you had to sell something of yours, what would it be?
My clothes.
Your clothes?
My hairs.
Your hairs?
Okay. Okay.
Like just one individual hair?
No, her
Your
ear hair.
Your ear hair. That's-
No.
I think this ear hair had a yeast infection. So let me give you some. You see if it
No,
smells
so
like
there can
sourdough
just be
bread.
clones of me everywhere. My hair.
Oh.
Did you know? Oh my God, I watched a documentary. I watched another documentary in class. Sorry, I watched two. One of them, a lion died. And then the other one, they were talking about sea anemones. Did you know that sea anemones can clone themselves?
No.
They take their cells, they tear them in half, and they clone themselves. So one DNA of one sea anemone is literally all the same person, like sea anemone. So, and they could reproduce, but like they mostly clone themselves. And when two sea anemone come next to each other, they have a war.
They do.
It's called.
Is it because they?
Enemies.
But when sea enemies. But when my anemone.
But when one sea anemone dies, it doesn't really die because it lives on in another.
Oh,
so it's an alien.
It's an alien,
like octopi.
anemone.
It's an enemy.
Who named it anemone?
Probably because when they go next to each other, they're enemies.
Anemone. I mean, it's what a word.
Sea anemone.
Oh, because they're an enemy.
Agamemnon.
Because they're an enemy to all sea life.
They are?
Yeah, they sting fish and eat them. They sting anything.
Otters. Oh, that's a sea urchin.
Georgia, you're so funny. Otters. Oh, that's a sea urchin.
No,
otters eat urchins.
The spiky things?
Yeah.
No,
well, then what's a sea anemone?
Sea anemones are the things.
They're like floating
Nemo,
fingers. They're like this.
The Nemo go in?
Yeah. They don't sting Nemo though.
No, because the Nemos go around the sea anemone and collect the saliva of the sea anemone to like falsely make it so it's more little sea finger things. So the sea anemone doesn't attack it because it has its own saliva on it.
Ah.
See?
I don't get it.
You lost me at hello. I don't know what you're talking about.
She didn't even say hello.
Anemone.
The lion documentary was really good though.
What lion documentary?
It was about 2 albino lions and how they grew up. With 2, what are they called? Lioness mothers.
Lioness. There's no.
They had lesbian moms.
Yeah, lesbian moms. And
no, lioness live in prides. They live in groups. They raise their kids together lesbians. In groups.
Yeah.
So no, they're. I mean, maybe they were lesbian, but I doubt it. I don't think that there's homosexuality in the animal kingdom.
I don't. Have you seen Mac?
I don't mean that with any disrespect.
There is.
There is.
Yeah, there is.
There were gay penguins.
Mm-hmm.
There's gay penguins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I stand corrected.
I think it's pretty much all over. Like, I think dolphins mate with each other. Like, guys. Like.
What? Guy on guy dolphin action?
Yeah, like if they haven't gotten it in a while.
It's the 2 most searched things when you look.
Gotten it in a while. Dolphin takes what he can get.
They're actually awful. They're awful.
Dolphins are awful?
Yeah, they rape women dolphins and like.
Have you ever seen a cat have sex? It's freaking rape.
Scary.
It's terrible. It's awful. When a cat has sex with a cat, oh my God, it sounds terrible.
No, yeah, animals can be gay.
Okay.
It's the second most searched thing. The first most searched is can animals get COVID? And then right after that is can animals be gay?
And it says yes. And the answer is just a simple one word, yes.
No, it says like humans, some animals are heterosexual, some are homosexual, and some are somewhere in between. Yep, humans aren't the only ones born this way. Giraffes, penguins, lions, and members of other species have been observed engaging in same-sex activity too.
Nice.
So lions.
How about them apples?
Like get it on.
Yeah. Prow, prow.
No,
chow, chow, chow.
Gus.
Oh my God. Mufasa.
Mufasa was definitely a gay man.
See?
Trapped in a cat suit. He was so funny, that cat. He was very funny.
He was a gay struggling artist.
He was
trying to make a living.
No, I think he was a gay aristocrat. He was an aristocrat.
Aristocrat.
He was independently wealthy. I don't know how, but he was.
Independently
he came
wealthy.
from my granny's farm, but whatever. Okay. Doja Cat, huh?
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about. Actually, I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot
my
what I was gonna
protein
say.
cookie.
What?
I forgot what I was going to say.
No memory?
No.
None whatsoever? No?
No, I was going to say something about the concert, but I don't remember.
Is there anything in Vegas you wanted to do that we didn't get to do when we were there?
No.
No? Did you guys have fun when you went off by yourselves when the moms went shopping?
Hey. What happens in Vegas?
Stays in Vegas.
This is very true.
Why? What did you do in Vegas that I need to know about?
Nothing.
What
There were
happens
just
in
like some of
Vegas?
those like feathered girls that asked us if we wanted a picture.
Yeah.
And Lou was like, yeah. And we were like, Lou, no. And we like went up the escalator.
Well,
And we were like, you guys look really pretty. And they were like, thanks, Jal. And we were like, okay, bye.
oh, they're called showgirls.
Yeah.
And you could always take a picture with them, but you have
It's
to
money.
tip them.
Pay.
It's appropriate to tip them. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I know. But
Yeah.
we were also like right outside. You know those stores that have like a lot of souvenirs and then like food? It's like an everything you need store.
Mhm.
We were right in front of there and there was like this homeless guy and he was screaming at people.
Ooh.
So we were like, let's go.
Keep moving. Anything you would have changed about the trip?
Ow. My spring just hurt my tooth.
No.
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty fun, wasn't it?
Oh my god, the tram ride was amazing.
That was
Did you guys thank your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, of
I
course.
thought you probably did.
Obviously.
Well, I thought you probably did.
Silly
I
nut.
knew you definitely should, because that was a really big give from Dad to send us all to Vegas on a big fun trip. I mean, he didn't pay for everything, but he got the tickets for us, which was pretty cool. Now we got to work on Doja Cat and or Adele. Would you want to go see Adele?
I mean, yeah, I'd absolutely go if we got tickets for it. But like, I don't think I'd choose. Like, if there was a list of people I want to see in concert, I probably wouldn't choose her.
Mm-hmm.
Adele?
No, Adele is
Oh.
too depressing. I like feel
Yeah.
low when she
Jeez.
sings. I mean, her voice is awesome.
Her voice is amazing.
I don't
like-
feel low.
I feel like
there's a fire. I don't feel low. I feel
Okay.
what was that song we were singing to Lola?
Oh, Easy on Me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we were singing. So Kaka and Cotty, I guess, whatever. Cotty has a child named Lola, and she's 1.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in my bathroom. It was me and Cotty and Lola. And she was in my bathtub playing with all these rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like dropping them because they were loud. And so I had Easy on Me by Adele stuck in my head. So I would like start singing. I would go wee. And I guess because we were in the bathroom, she really liked how it sounded. So when we would finish singing, she'd stand there and smile and then clap
Aww.
And
She's
clap.
So cute.
and clap. And then we'd sing again and her face would light up. And then she'd clap.
She's so cuter
And
than
clap.
Teddy when he was
Oh.
younger.
Don't even say that.
When he was younger, he had no personality when he was younger.
That's not true. Teddy's always had a lot of personality.
Yeah.
Not
I-
when he was her age.
Yes, he did. Teddy's always had a lot of personality. You
You were
didn't
just
play
younger,
with him
so you
much.
didn't remember as much.
Lola is very cute.
I remember everything.
They're both very cute.
Like those noodles you stole from me.
Mm-hmm. You're going to be on your deathbed, and she's going to say, "Remember when you stole those noodles in 10th grade? I woke up with the plan of taking those noodles to school, and you stole them."
And I'm going to say, remember when you opened a moving car door?
Oh, in response to my thievery of noodles.
And I'm going to say, do you remember how dramatic you were? Oh, wait. Some things never change.
Oh, geez, pot calling kettle black on the drama. Pot calling kettle black. I think
Go
so.
easy on me.
Okay.
Okay, so thanks, guys, for podcasting with me about Bruno Mars.
Of course.
You're welcome. Should I take the sticker off of this thing?
Oh,
Can I?
sticker off of what? Oh, I can't see that sticker. So I really like talking to you guys on this podcast. You know why? For a bunch of reasons. One of them is when we're older, we can go back and listen to these and really enjoy them, laugh at them, make fun of them, have fun with them.
You're
You
gonna
can
be cute
definitely
when you're
make
older.
fun of them.
And but
because I sound so annoying.
no, you don't.
I sound
You
like
don't.
I sound so mean. I listen back to some of the things I say and I'm like, oh my God, why do I still have friends? I just sound
You are
so rude.
crazy. Well,
That's
No, I
mean
was
to
literally
silly.
listening to a video of myself today and I was like, I sound just terrifying.
Not on my podcast, though. Well, that's on you, girl. If that's the way
Mom.
you make yourself feel, you need to adjust that. Either adjust how you feel or adjust how you behave. One of the two.
You're
Yes.
gonna look adorable when you're older. Like when you're 60?
Like when I'm an old lady? You mean like in 9 years?
No, like
not that far away.
No, I mean like 60, like in your 60s.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna look adorable. You're gonna be that like you're gonna be the mom that's like, you know.
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
no one can see facial expressions when they're listening to a podcast.
But that's very sweet of you to
You're
say.
gonna look adorable. You're gonna look like a little mom.
But that's one of the reasons I like talking to you is because I think it's going to be really cool to listen back to this someday. And I have to tell you, a lot of people email me about our conversations because they
There's nothing special about them.
Something special about them?
Nothing
special about them? I think you're right, and there is something special about them. I think that the three of us have a pretty good relationship, and we're pretty good at talking to each other, and I think that it is helpful for people to listen to, especially people who have younger kids who think, oh, my kids are going to be that age one day. And maybe the conversations that we're having would be helpful. I would like to do this with you more often and talk about more serious things.
Georgia, I got attacked by a killer wasp today. Mom didn't. I showed Mom the video, and Mom didn't believe it.
I believed you. You didn't get. There's no proof she was attacked.
I was attacked.
I saw the wasp. I do not believe it was a killer wasp.
It was at least this big.
I think it was a hornet.
No, it was bigger. It was way bigger.
You don't even know what a hornet looks like. Hornets are huge.
No, do you remember when they all stung Papa Jay's arm at the lake house and he had this big swollen arm and he just like sat down and ate something and I was like, what is wrong with you?
He's
you
a
need
different breed.
You are built differently.
He is a different breed.
Oh, that's so small. That's so small. It's not.
See, there's no proof of attack.
It's just there. No, that's not a wasp, Ila. That's not a wasp. That's a shimmer in the.
Oh my god! It's actually a hummingbird.
It's not a wasp. It's not. It's not.
Okay, I'm not sure people listening want to hear this.
It's not
so
a wasp.
It's attacking.
Literally,
it's literally my worst fear.
I know. Maybe we can podcast about wasps.
I could do that. I could literally do research on it and see why they need to be killed.
No, they do not need to be killed. What you should do is do research on it and see why they are necessary, because they are.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they
It might make you feel better.
Aren't they pollinators?
To learn about
No, I already know what happens with them.
I'm saying like to do your actual like own research and research like, hey, what do bees do for the environment?
How they could kill me in a swarm. I remember that swarm in front of Mary's house.
Remember that swarm in front of Mary's house?
I think that started that didn't start my phobia. I had it before that.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Did someone come get that?
Someone tore the tree down.
But what'd they do with the bees? Did they kill them? I don't think they relocated them.
No, they relocated them. I'm pretty sure.
It was a swarm. It was crazy. It was like a cloud of bees.
I remember you running through. Oh. And I remember a bee crawling up my pants in the outfield.
Oh my god!
Softball. No, it happened. It went up my pants, and I didn't see it again. And I
did it make you do the cha-cha dance?
No, I never found it, and I don't.
You never found it?
No. And
maybe it's still there.
Maybe
it crawled up inside.
Guys,
you and
stop!
Died.
Stop! No, and then they were all around me.
You know, it could be in your lungs.
Guys, it's my dinner time.
Maybe it's in your lungs.
Stop. You made me actually believe it.
Well, thank you guys for talking to me about Bruno Mars. It was a really fun trip. I'm glad we went together. I appreciate it.
Halston, can I clean the stuff off of this?
Okay, bye.